All right, guys, we're doing a run with Dredge right now in the format of Vintage. Um, Dual Bazaar hand. We did get rid of our Flamekin Zealot, which means our fast win is gone. However, one cool thing about this deck is that it does run Elish Norn as well, and it's also a pitch Dredge list. Um, which means that it is possible to interact with the opponent, counter their spells, etc. I don't have any dredgers in my hand, but I have two Bazaars, so I have a feeling that I can get into some. Um, you know what? First, let's draw first. See what we get. Okay. Well, we don't. We have a lot of interaction actually with Dredge, which is funny. Um, okay, that's cool. Well, it resolves then. I'm gonna draw naturally for the turn, I think. Or am I? Maybe not. I don't need both Force of Wills, I don't think. There you are. Alright. I'm going to wait on the Golgari Grave Troll. I may do this on their turn. We'll get both of these fellers back. And what are we looking for in their hand? Probably Paradoxical Outcome. Could Metal Misstep this too. I'm going to Flusterstorm it. Apparently they're going to do something about it. I guess Flusterstorm taking 2 damage. Maybe they're going to Brainstorm in response, try to hide something. Do they think I'll name? Oh, okay. Well, I can't stop that. Well, I guess I could. Can I double Force of Will it? No, I can't. I don't have four. I don't have 2 blue cards plus 2 Force of Wills. I only have 3/4 of that combination. Um, like a Bazaar, but that would put me a card lower. You take the damage? No. Well, I'm kind of glad they used their Flusterstorm on just like a random ass Cabal Therapy that I have no knowledge of their hand. So we'll do this here. I will ditch this, and actually, I think this because I don't want them to know that I have Force of Will in my deck. So I'll draw the Golgari Grave Troll. This. Um, there's Credence to Dakmor Salvage. We have exiled 1 Bloodghast. But if I have a second, I can get Elishnorn. Hmm. They already know I have Mental Misstep, so I'll get rid of that. Oh, okay. I mean, you could force of will this pitching Tezzeret. I mean, it's the same thing, man. Why take the 1 damage? So here's the rub. They only have a Tezzeret in hand, which means they're probably a Vault deck. But if they get Vault, they need to draw well, wait. No, they can't draw key exactly as well. Alright, so we have more than enough lethal attackers next turn, so even getting the Vault onto the table for the next turn is going to leave them dead. They would need to have a Wrath effect, and even then, I do not have the other Dread Return in the graveyard yet, but I do have another one. Okay, that's fine. You can get the Vault, and then I'll just swing for lethal. I guess if you drew Vault, you'd have to yeah, you can't do anything this turn. Tezzeret leaves them with very few options because of how much mana he costs. He's a very cool card. What's going to get interesting is all right, yep, you got it. I don't care if you have the Time Vault, but I'm still killing you. I'm not going to accidentally send them all at Tezzeret. I'm going to send them all at your face, and you're going to die. Yeah, okay. I guess they're just playing it out to get satisfaction of finding the vault and assembling their combo. I don't like Elish Norn in this matchup. I do like these a bit better. I guess they are counterable, but I mean, they get around certain things. I doubt they have. I actually like these a lot too. What don't I like as much? Oddly enough, probably Force of Will. I think I would rather have this. And I'm going to get rid of some number of these. Golgari, Thug, I think is fine to come out. One more of these, take out one of these. Let's give this a shot right here, I think, guys. We could possibly get rid of the Icarids, too. Maybe one of the Icarids coming out would be good for another Gurmag. I kind of like the Gurmags because the opponent is not likely to be playing Rest in Peace, which means Gurmag can get put out. Like the Hallowed one is like the hedge bet against Rest in Peace. Gurmag Angler's like they're both, I guess, but Gurmag's a little better is against Grafdigger's Cage. I still have a mental misstep in for that. Okay, this is an unkeepable hand. We'll mull it. This is likewise unkeepable. Unkeepable. Oh, all right. There's a keep. All right, we'll put him on top because, yeah, we just will. We do have a mental misstep for Grafdigger's Cage if that's what decides to try to come out here. Yeah, and then we'll figure it out from there. We're going to be looking for a black source at some point in time. Do you have the old cage? We'll see. Yep, okay. I mean, they could just have Tinker and to win. Yep, okay. It could be a paradoxical outcome. No, thank you. Flusterstorm? Okay. Well, now I'm at a point. That's fine. Flusterstorm away. We still Tinker right here. Although Tinker does not get if Grafdigger's Cage resolves, then Tinker cannot. Okay, yeah, Flusterstorm. That's fine. All right, so you have your hate card in place. Do you have a way to win? Is kind of my question because Actually, like, if he has absolutely zero going on, we're not like zero just to have his own mana crypt kill him. Our hand's not good, but we're both at 2 cards, and he has effectively, he has a lot of mana, but he doesn't per se have anything that does anything. Could just also play like a repetitive like rest in peace if he was like splashing it off his Mox Pearl and his Mox Opals. It'd be pretty amusing. Um, I doubt he is. So I think we wait on using this because right now we want 2 cards. We want a black source of mana and we want a Gurmag Angler. So when I go to 3 cards, I can draw 2, discard 3. That puts me at 5. Discard 3 down to 2. So I want to draw one more card before I go digging with Bazaar because the idea is here. That's fine. It's probably like 1/2 of the vault combo, or he has half of it in his hand and it's the whole thing. I can't do much about that. Although I guess I could also wait, because Metal Misstep's a thing. I already have one out of the deck right now. Metal Misstep or Mindbreak Trap could possibly stop whatever he's getting ready to set up with the Imperial Seal. But I very strongly think that we wait on the Bazaar here. I don't think we want to just go ham with it because we're going to need more cards. So we're going to build up our hand to a minimum of 3, but we're going to see what he does here. We may even go to 4. Okay, well, let's see what's going on here. I have a threat. I would like a Mental Misstep in addition to my threat. Well, I do not get that. But I get this guy, who's pretty cool. He's a 4/4. And go ahead. I can't do much anything else. So, for lucky or crypt kills you, in addition to our hollowed one. This was a very cool card they printed in the most recent, or the second most recent set, that gives Dredge like some more game. It's kind of why I'm willing to entertain it right now because I think Gurmag Angler and Hollowed One give it a different approach. Hollowed One gets around Rip, and Gurmag Angler just gets around the card you see on the board right now, Grafdigger's Cage. If we draw a land next turn, then we'll probably just play it. Obviously, they're setting something up that probably wins next turn, but they may just be being silly and getting a paradoxical outcome to try to draw more cards, which I'd be fine with. Like that's fine with me. Getting beat down by a 4/4, a 0 mana 4/4 in Vintage is pretty hilarious though. You got to give it that. Hollowed One is just funny. It's like you never see this card and think this is a Vintage playable card. Just is because it's Bazaar Baghdad. Only reason it's playable, but I don't think there is another format in this game, this great game of Magic, that Hollowed One is playable in. But this one, it most certainly is. I suppose you could play it in like that weird modern dredge list if that's still a thing. The landless dredge, where you use a Transmogorian or whatever that card is. Alright, he won the flip. Hooray. Just got Ancestral. Okay. He just wanted to go into a draw cycle. Seems pretty good still. If he gets Tezzeret, then, well, actually, if he gets Tezzeret, we can just attack Tezzeret with the Hollowed One if he gets the Time Vault. If he finds Key, or if he has Key already as well, then we just lose. That's fine, and he ditches other mocks. I don't know why he'd play that out. Unless he really needed the mana this turn. Maybe he does. Maybe he's just winning this turn. Or maybe he needed it for Paradoxical Outcome, because this gives him 4 mana without sacking the Lotus. So that could make sense. I doubt he puts the Grafdigger's Cage back in hand. He may. He may. Okay, so draw 5 here. Draw 5, put 5 back in, 13 cards in hand. Sacks that. Interesting. What are we doing here? What are we casting here? Yawgmoth's Will. Okay, alright. Well, I don't know why he tapped all his mana first for that. If he's gonna... That makes no sense. Actually, he should have just sacked the Lotus. You don't need to tap your mana for that. If he Paradoxical Outcomes now, that's a huge beating because he just wasted all his cards. Or he just wasted that card, which could have doubled up as a 2-time Paradoxical Outcome. I don't get the play. Well, I mean, it's still going to probably be enough to kill me, but I don't understand why you would tap before you did that, because you're going to get a series of draw steps, and you don't know what kind of mana you're going to want off the Mox Pearl, or the Mox Opal, rather. The Mox Pearl only does 1 type. I mean, what you probably have to do here is... Wow, okay. This is really aggressive. What is happening? Why would you... Oh, goodness. Yeah, you can target that. I guess replay the Pearl and cast it off of Snapcaster Mage, but it already has Flashback. I have no idea what just happened, folks. Cancel. I guess... Submit 2 cards. I could hit Dakmor Salvage. I'm going to wait on that, though. Oh, I'm silly. He is too, though. So I'm being dumb. I misexplained this, guys. Grafdigger's Cage is what stopped him from casting any of those spells. That is a huge beating. I'm sorry I'm trolling you, AA Ron. By the way, sweet name. I love that Key and Peele sketch. If that's what you're getting after. AA Ron. Love it. It also means you can't, like, Titan. Like, find Titan. Not Titan, I'm sorry. What is that silly card called? The Blightsteel Colossus. That big dumb one-shot robot. I mean, our opponent probably is newer to the game, is newer to the vintage game, and just did not know that Grafdigger's Cage has some drawbacks to their own deck as well. All right, here's what we're going to do here. I think on their end step, I'm going to Bazaar, and what I'm going to do is look for a Dakmor, a Salvage. So I'm going to take the Stinky, and I'm going to take the Dakmor. And I'm going to take the Dakmor. And that's still in the graveyard. Doesn't come back. That is such a beating, though. I feel really bad for our opponent. In AA run, I'm sorry if it sounds like I'm trolling you, dude. Like, that's, I mean, it's a pretty massive punt. Like, I punted plenty of times. I even punted explaining. I was like, oh, what's happening? What are you doing? I'm like, oh, yeah, there's a Grafdigger's Cage in play. That's why I'm, like, playing in this weird way to get, like, a Dakmor Salvage back. So I can delve into a Gurmag Angler in Vintage. All right. I'm going to go on a pause, guys, while our opponent figures out life. All right, opponent did whatever they had to do to get their head straight, I guess. I have the land I wanted. His outer right now is Tezzeret. Did you find Tinker to kill your own? Well, you don't want to take damage off that. I guess if you're gonna block, you're gonna block. All right, demonic tutor for something here. Possibly a time vault. Well, hold up. So no, I don't have two cards in hand, so I can't. If it's like the time vault combo, I can't stop it here. It makes me wonder, should I just attack, see if he blocks? If he doesn't block, like, I probably leave the Gurmag in hand, hope the Mana Crypt kills him, leave the additional card in hand, and try a... He probably got Tinker. Attack? No, no attack. Alright, he either got Tinker or he got Tezzeret. If he got Tinker... Alright, if he got Tinker, we can't counter that. So we don't have Force of Wills in the deck. If he got... If he got Tezzeret, he's banking on winning 2 Crypt Flips. Or he has Tezzeret. Well, he doesn't have the mana, though, to play the key out right now, at least, unless he draws it. Here's my thinking, guys. So do I want to leave up Bazaar and keep these 2 cards in hand so I can go to 5 cards and then back down to... I'm sorry, go up to 4 cards, go back down to 1 to find Mental Misstep to stop Voltaic Key to stop his combo? I don't know. I want to see what happens. That's what I'm going to do. We're going to play out the Angler of the Merg. I don't know. It's really tight. Like, if he went to find half the combo and he has the other piece already in hand, I'll feel kind of embarrassed. I'll actually draw just to see if I would have hit it. So I'll be able to know if my decision was good or bad. So at this point, I've seen 1 Mental Misstep. At 42 cards, I'd be going down to 40 flat. Lose the flip. So if he doesn't have Tinker to do this, though, he could still just kill himself to his own Mana Crypt. I presume he got Tinker, and he has 1 piece of it already. Alright, this is Tezzeret. That's actually A-okay. So Tezzeret does what? Like, if Tezzeret tinkered, it'd actually be better here. He could just tinker away his Mana Crypt, and, well, he's still dead. Well, do you have the Vault key? Do you have the key? All right. I'm gonna do this on his end step. I'll wait. I'll feign that I have mental misstep. I mean, he's gonna go for it if he's gonna go for it. Cancel. I would have drawn it. Still curious on that. What's right? That's actually an interesting play to me. I would have found another one on this turn anyways. They're all stacked together, like siege rhinos. They're running in a pack. Should we attack the Tezzeret? All right, attacking a run, attacking a run. I'd be curious to know what the play is there. All right, guys. I hope you enjoyed that. This is just a quick overview of the vintage format, and we're playing a Hallow Dredge list. Pretty cool. It's a pitch dredge list with Hallow, whatever that thing is, the 0 mana 4/4 in that deck. Pretty cool series of matches. The deck's pretty sweet. I'm not normally a dredge player, but I saw this dredge list and I was like, hey, it's got Force of Will. It's got a lot of control elements going on in it, but it also has a pretty sweet combo, which is the dredge mechanic. It has very good, viable ways to win its boarded matchups, which you saw there. Interesting matchup, and I think that last play was pretty interesting. But if you're a habitual dredge player or you play it a lot more than I do, I played a decent bit, but not a ton. Not my first go-to deck for vintage. Let me know what you think on that last play. Should I have left Mental Misstep up? Because my thinking was the opponent was going to go for Tinker to get the 1 mana requirement piece because of how low I was on cards and not play around Force of Will, as opposed to playing into a possible Mental Misstep. That's why I went with the line I went with, because I knew for a fact that would end the game if I lost the flip that turn. Plus, Tinkering gets rid of the 3 damage possibility every turn. So I don't know if that was right or not. I think there were merits to both lines of play. I think the safer, well, I don't know what the safer line is. I mean, they're getting an extra draw step one way after they just tutored, an extra turn after they tutored, which is dangerous, I think. But the other way, you're not leaving up open options for, like, essentially seeing 2 more cards in the deck. So I don't know. Interesting line of play, and I hope you guys enjoyed this quick series on Dredge in the vintage format. And take care now.